Here's some honesty about retirees and the distraction that we have when trying to move abroad. We got three top areas. One is consumerism. Number two is citizenship, at least trying to pursue it too soon. And number three is the house land purchase. We're AWM, and continue watching if you're interested in moving abroad at some point in time in your life.
One night, can we last till the sun?
Yes, I retired before we left Los Angeles, and then once we moved abroad to our second country, Mark retired, and we were living in Zanzibar at the moment. Long before we retired, we knew that we could not retire safely and financially free in the U.S. and live the way that we wanted to.
Yeah, we believe retirees, you worked hard and deserve to experience some of the wonderful options that are available to you. You spent your whole life, or at least the majority of it, working on somebody else's dream, building America for someone else, and depleting your energy for others. We believe retirees should avoid the distractions that prevent you from enjoying your latter years, including if you choose to live abroad. I'm going to talk about distraction number one, which is consumerism. This means you are consumption oriented. Why is this a problem? Because your skills to create and you are living below who you truly are. What I'm trying to say is your skills to create, they atrophy, they begin to die, okay? And what we need are the skills of creativity to be able to solve the challenges that come with living abroad.
Some conveniences in America has dulled our senses. We've got everything at our fingertips, but, well, we may not be using them correctly. I was speaking to a person from Uganda recently who compared conveniences as being synonymous with enslavement. While everything is provided for you, one forgets how to solve problems for yourselves. An abundance of things is not life. One is addicted to getting the next material thing that comes out there, and it never really fills the empty void because we could just continue to get.
So think about it. When Bush the son was president, right after the 9/11 tragedy, the first thing he did was he went to the microphone and he encouraged everyone to spend, go, buy. So we're consumer oriented, all right? Living abroad and being addicted to consumerism depletes your monthly paycheck faster than anything else, all right? So US goods abroad, they're much more expensive because you're living abroad. Being creatives, it meant we learned to solve problems through side hustles if we chose to do some side hustles, okay? And we could give back instead of just being takers. The successful retirees we've run into, the expats here, they've stopped being consumers, and now I see why they're successful. So our question is, do you think America has conditioned you to be too much of a consumer?
Distraction number two, pursuing citizenship as soon as possible. This might sound odd, but actually, people get focused on citizenship that they totally forget about checking to see how long-term visas are offered and residence packages. What if you leave your target country and you want to live in other places? You're polluted by just trying to figure this one place that you want to find out, because when you live in America, you're used to having rights and being able to vote. But when you go to another country, a lot of times you can't vote. So that aspect of wanting to do that you're not going to be able to achieve that.
Yeah, I think the deal is the term citizen, it feels secure, it feels safe, it's familiar, all that good kind of stuff, and we gravitate toward that stuff there. There are some countries that have citizenship offerings. I don't know, Ghana comes to mind real fast. I know a lot of people are going there. I know they have 500 plus people who, and more, who were granted their citizenship. But this stuff can take years. And you have to ask yourself, is that the main goal? Or am I just trying to, step number one, be able to move abroad, get my feet under me, and have some things in order? So those are things to consider. Why don't you tell them about what we've got to offer if they're interested?
Yes, we have a workshop we're getting ready to do, and we'll help you work through the three most important steps to moving abroad. Understanding your why, finances of like living costs, and how to research. That is this Sunday, January 26th, a virtual workshop. There are 5 slots available.
Whoa. There are only 5 slots available left. You need to
Yes.
hurry. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And it's a limited time. It's a limited offer. Not only do you get the workshop, which is a bundle, but you get the online course with community, which will continue. We will continue to add to the modules over time.
So now we're going to talk about distraction number 3, which is the house/land purchase. So how that becomes a distraction is people want to quickly purchase a house somewhere because they think it's just as easy where they're going as it was in America. Maybe they use Zillow, some real estate. I forgot all the different online things. It don't work like that. Our experience was to wait before purchasing a house. Go ahead and rent, use Airbnb, do a combination, whatever. Especially as we said above, because the many expats that we've interviewed, they did not remain in their country of arrival. It was just a soft landing
Right.
for them.
Yeah, they came to a particular country to kind of get to know. You want to get to know the environment, the people, how things are done, the policies, the rules, all those things, because they're not like where you came from. So you really want to settle in and get to know those things before you just dive into doing, purchasing land or a home or something. Renting an Airbnb, like you said, is a very good option.
Yeah, haste makes waste. I know you've heard that before. You will probably find a good deal, as we did, by taking your time to understand what's available, what's buildable, and or what you want. And just figure that out and be comfortable with it. Let it take your time. So we covered 3 things that cause you to think that you need something that in the early stages you really don't need, which makes them distractions. So what we want you to do, tell us in the comments what things are distracting your efforts to move abroad.